it's Iris. Welcome back to Beauty Bees and to my inventory series. I've decided to start out with nail polish this time. Usually I have done nail polish either in with makeup or in with skincare. Is it a skincare product? Absolutely not, but it doesn't really feel like a makeup product either. And the reason I did that in the past was because I didn't have a massive nail polish collection, so it felt silly to do a whole video for nail polish. And suddenly it doesn't seem that silly anymore. So here we are. I have two medicine cabinets and both of them are just full. And I think that my nail polish collection is about half the size it actually is because I only see half of them at any one time. So let's do this. I think that everything is in frame and we're going to label that one a Christmas miracle. So let's just walk through what all I have, what is different from last time. So up here we have the largest section of my polish collection, which is Sally Hansen. I have had a love affair with the Sally Hansen Insta-Dries for years and I have amassed quite a few over that time. I think since my last video, this collection probably wouldn't have changed very much. I believe that this one would be new, this gray. I am fairly certain that this light purple is new, but I think otherwise most of these would have been in my collection. Maybe the Friends one is also new. This is actually their gel line, again from Sally Hansen, but a different formula. So not a whole lot of change here. This is one area where I think I could actually do some panning. I have a few here that have really good dips in them. A couple of them are this bright purple and this bright pink. I've owned both of these for quite a while and used them a lot. Another option would be this blue. Though I really love this topper, so I don't know that I want to finish it, but I think these are all possibilities for panning in 2023. Moving down a row, we have my very uninteresting base and top coats. I have 3 base coats. I have 2 peel-off base coats, one from Oud, one from ASP, as well as a Sally Hansen Mega Strength base coat that I never use. I currently have 2 top coats. One of them is, again, from the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry line, and the other is from Nailtopia. And I just used this one for the first time a few days ago, and it stinks. Like, it doesn't smell like it's gone bad. It smells like they were trying to make it be scented of maybe some kind of citrus, and I can't deal with it. So I think this is going to get used on my toes, and I will probably need to pick up another top coat relatively soon. But overall, this is one category where I'm actually like a reasonable person and don't have way too many. So yay for me, it's all downhill from here. Next we have Color Club. This is an area where my collection has definitely grown quite a bit. I think since my last video, this shade would be new. This is Artsy Craftsy, I believe. Artsy Crafty. There's no extra S in there. It's deep green. And I also believe that nearly all, if not all of these nudes would be new as well. I purchased a bundle of 4 or 5 nudes from Ipsy. And I additionally purchased this glitter, which is in Never a Dull Moment. And it is stunning. Has sort of a green gold twinkle. Very pretty. Okay, so definitely been some growth here. Here's another area where my collection has absolutely grown. I feel like I don't even need to say that for a lot of these other brands because it's pretty much true across the board. But I believe that in my last video, this is the only Nailtopia polish that I would have had. This blue, which is the shade Nailer's Knot. It is really pretty, and it tempted me into buying 6 polishes from Walgreens when they were clearancing out some of their Nailtopia polishes. So I purchased this brown purple shade. It's really beautiful. It's light purple. This really sheer purple, actually. It looks like it would be a pretty full-on purple glitter. This is the shade Jomo, but it's really sheer. It's more of a topper. This beautiful, beautiful green, a lighter green, and then a gray. I added 6 nail polishes within one brand, which is probably about how many I was hoping my collection would increase by from the last video, but instead that's just with one brand. And it's not the brand that I purchased the most from, so winning. What can I say? Let's move down another spot, and here we have my Sinful Colors. I actually don't think I've purchased any new Sinful Colors polishes recently, so I doubt that this section has changed very much, if at all. I really like the idea of a lot of Sinful Colors polishes, but I find that their formula is pretty hit and miss. That's not that surprising. I mean, they're like, what, $1 at most stores, so I can't complain too much. Maybe they're $2 or $3 now. Anyway, they're one of the least expensive options out there, and for the price, you can expect them to be a little hit and miss, and they don't disappoint on that. Yeah, I don't think this section has changed at all since the last video, so let's move on to an entirely new brand to my collection, which is Zoya. I purchased just before Black Friday. They were running a 70% off sale on their entire site. And I had been eyeing Zoya polishes for quite a while, so I decided to just go for it. I bought, I think, 9 polishes. Yes, I've worn quite a few of them so far, and I've been really pleased with them. So let's walk through. The first one that we have is called Corey, and it is this beautiful sort of peppery orange shade. This one is Fern, which is sort of a gray-green with some sort of green gold sheen to it. It's very unique. This I was wearing a few days ago. This is Ness, and I thought it was beautiful. I loved this. Next we have a deep olive called Althea, a green pixie dust called Cheetah, a purple, gorgeous, gorgeous color called Malia, this really interesting sheer polish, which I have swatched out on a nail ring, but I haven't actually worn on my nails yet. I'm really excited to see what this looks like. This is called Doll. Sort of a pink gold purple glitter with quite a bit of sheerness to it. This purple metallic called Suri, and then Noir, which is another pixie dust, which is sort of a blackened red base with a ton of red glitter. This is another one that I'm really looking forward to wearing. I had a good time trying some new brands this year, and Zoya was one of them, and I bought 9. And the same story goes for Essie, pretty much. I bought a set of 4 mini polishes for the holidays, which are, you know, the 4 bennies. I purchased 2 of their regular line on sale, and I really, really enjoyed them. And then I got tempted in by a Target sale to purchase 2 from their Expressi line, and I think these are my favorite. I really enjoy the formula on these. I would be really interested in getting some more. This one in particular, I think, is just a beautiful, like, easy, everyday wear shade, and this is Get a Mauve On. Beautiful. It's actually really similar to the Snailtopia polish, though this is more brown, whereas this is more purple. Next up we have China Glaze. In my last video I would have had just 1 polish from China Glaze, this deep blue glitter, but I've added 2 more, a deep red and a deep green. These are in a very similar formula. They're both a matte metallic, and I'm not in love with this formula. I think it looks really dry and just kind of dead on my nails, I kept finding myself wanting to layer more and more top coat on it to bring it to life, and yeah, just couldn't quite make it happen. But maybe I just need to lean into the flatness of the matte look. I mean, I did buy a matte polish after all. Why was I expecting it to be shiny? These Miss Show Beauty nail polishes are very cute. Would have had these last time, so really no changes here. Next we have Deborah Lippmann, another new to me brand. I purchased another mini set of 3 from Deborah Lippmann, and they're so pretty. I've only worn the red one so far, but it was stunning. Like, I put it on, and I think it's probably my favorite, like, grown-up nail shade. I mean, there's a lot of shades here that I love that I think are really fun. For example, this bright green I think is beautiful. I love a blue nail. I love a purple nail. But this feels grown-up and adult and sophisticated in a way that those just can't, and it is stunning. Just gorgeous. These 2 I have not tried, but I'm really excited to. What I am wearing today is from NCLA, which this is this cute little Christmas duo that I found at TJ Maxx. It has this white and red Crelly and this red jelly polish, and I'm realizing that I scraped off part of my nails as I was getting ready for this video, so, you know, great, glad we're doing the nail polish video with messed up nails, but whatever. But anyway, these are so cute. I thought the set was adorable, and I like each of the polishes individually, so hit it out of the park with that one, NCLA. People of color, there will have been no change. I have a bronze and like a gold glitter topper. I'm actually working on this one in my 30 by 30 project pan, so hopefully it will be gone, if not by the end of 2023, then by by April of 2024. This should be gone. Fingers crossed. OPI, I believe that I would have had this mini set of 4 polishes in my last video. At the same TJ Maxx where I found these NCLA polishes, I also found this beautiful deep purple by OPI. This is the shade Nice Set of Pipes. So I'm guessing maybe a Scotland collection with the bagpipes. Who knows? Anyway, I have 5 OPI polishes up from 4. Wet n Wild, gotta say, I killed it with Wet n Wild this time around. I would have had 4 Wet n Wild polishes in my last video, and now I'm down to 2. I finished 2 polishes from this brand, and I am thrilled with that. LA Colors, I think I would have had, just throwing things at this point, I think I would have had these 3 in the last video, and then I just added these 2 recently. These, I believe these are from their summer collection. Really cute. Probably shouldn't have purchased this green, but it is at least different from everything else I own, so I'll give myself that. Orly is another new to me brand. I purchased this at TJ Maxx as well. This is in the shade November Fog. It looks like it's going to be beautiful. I have swatched it on a nail ring, not on my nails. It's really, really pretty. I talked myself out of purchasing the Orly Color Pass several times in the past year, so I'm glad that I did, because I didn't need to have 24 additional polishes sitting in front of me. We Are Fluide, I do not believe there would have been any change here. I think I had both of these in my last video. Same story with Sundays. Yes. This is another polish that I'm working on in my 30 by 30, along with that gold glitter topper. So hopefully it'll be done by spring 2024. I have a nude duo from Contact. I believe I would have owned these in the last video as well. And actually, I think that's pretty much true for the rest of the polishes that we have to talk about. I still just have one from Nails Inc. in this beautiful periwinkle shade. I have 2 from Lights Lacquer and 2 from Kiko. I have 3 from Koki. I was really setting myself up for failure by putting Kiko and Koki right next to each other. But I think I did it right. And then finally, from Copacetic, I believe I would have had just one polish in the last video, but it was a teal glitter. Now I have just one polish from them again, but it is this purple-based multi-chrome. So, overall, I have gained a lot of polish over the past 6 months. Definitely need to slow down. I will be doing some project polish-ish things in the next year. I haven't decided exactly what format that is going to take, but there will be some nail-based projects coming up here pretty soon. And to help me decide exactly what those projects are going to look like, let's sort these by color and see what the breakdown looks like. Okay, that was way too much fun for me. So I took out all of my toppers. I have those to the side. We'll show those in a minute or two here. What I have in front of me are all of my base nail polishes, all of my creme polishes, all of my polishes that have enough opacity that I would wear them as a lower layer. And I have broken them up roughly by color. I don't know that these color breakups would make that much sense to anyone who wasn't me, but the way that I was thinking of these are my orangey shades, these are my yellowy shades. Yes, this one is more of a green than a yellow, but I felt like it went better with the yellow than anything else. I have these more cool toned greens that are light. I have these more warm toned greens that are light. There is a little bit of crossover between the two, but that's fine. I have my deep greens. These are like lighter pinks and purples, more pastel shades. Here are the nude-ish shades. We have like my periwinkles, and then this shade that doesn't really go with anything, but we stuck it with my periwinkles because why not? Blues and teal. Here's gray. It also verges a little bit into green. Some of these could probably have gone in this category, but they stayed there. So much red. Bright pink. These more like brownish neutrals. I have a bronze and a brown. My purples, I split up into deeper purples, more blue-based purples. This one, which again is more of like a red-violet, doesn't really fit in with any of the other ones. I have one black. These are my like white to very light pink shades. And then I have my like cool toned, kind of nude, neutral shades. So looking over my polishes, definitely an area where I would probably be wise to cut things down a little bit would be the greens. There are some shades in here that I could totally see myself naturally panning over the next year. Probably the best contender would be this light green from Sally Hansen. This is the shade Time is Money. It is a really pretty light sage green. I've worn this a lot. I probably have about half the bottle left, so it would be reasonable to think I could finish this next year. And also, I mean, this Snailtopia polish, while not identical, is definitely close enough that I probably don't need both. So I wouldn't miss it too much once it was gone, I think. Hopefully. I might eat my words at a later date, but I think I could finish this one and not repurchase it. Another one that I could see myself finishing off is from Kiko. I have probably 2/3 of this bottle left, but I don't know how much of the Kiko bottles you can actually use before they just get too goopy on you. So I could have a very good chunk of this used. I don't know what this product is called. Kiko doesn't provide the names of their products, at least not in English, on the packaging. I've been calling this Groovy Pear in my head. I don't think that's its actual name, though. But that one is another possibility to finish. Nothing in this category is, unfortunately. Another area that could definitely use a little bit of cleaning up are my reds. I am not a massive fan of red nail polish, but I somehow have quite a few of them. I think an area where I could maybe get rid of one or two might be these little OPI minis. These are not terribly big. I don't know how large they are. So these are 3.75 mils. So these are about a third the size of a regular nail polish. So maybe that would be achievable. Yeah. Just every mini kit seems to have an red in there. And it's not a shade that I wear super, super often. I mean, I like red nails. I think they can be really beautiful. And I like them when I wear them. They're just not something that I think to reach for. Even though they're apparently something that I think to buy rather often. So one of those things needs to change, and probably both really need to change. And yes, I should probably work on some of these purples. I'm actually pretty far along in this one, as we talked about earlier. This Kiko one I have used between a third and half of the bottle of. And then this Copacetic Cosmetics, actually, no, this is called Cascade Polish. It comes from Copacetic Cosmetics, that they just call their polish brand Cascade. I have used a decent chunk of, and I found when I panned the other one of these that it still looked like it had quite a bit of polish left in the bottle when I couldn't get any more out. So I might be able to finish that one as well. And then the other categories, I mean, I think this category is exactly where it should be. I really like these types of shades. There's variety within this little set of colors. I do love a Crelly in particular, and these two are definitely Crellys. I will be getting a third one that I think could have gone in this category that has a little bit more blue to it, but really happy with where this category is at. Yeah, it would probably be good if I could use up like this little Essie or something, but nothing pressing there. I have one black polish. Do not need to do any trimming in this category. And otherwise, I'm pretty happy with where things are at. It's not minimal, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I use what I have, and I like what I have. So I'm happy with that. Now let's move on to the toppers. And if you were wondering, the grand total of those creme or base nail polishes was 94. So how many toppers do I have sitting in front of me right now? 4, 10, 21. So I have 115 nail polishes, give or take. Okay. You know, that's not actually as bad as I thought. If you had asked me to bet, I probably would have told you between like 130 and 150. So even though 115 is more than I want it to be, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, yay. Yeah. Goodness, I really need to slow down my purchasing in 2023, and I will be coming up with some low-buy rules to help me do that. But for the moment, let's just take a look at my toppers. This is definitely an area where I would like to work out a couple over the year 2023. I think some candidates would be this Wet n Wild topper. This is a glitter in Confetti Party. It has quite a few colors and sizes of glitter in this slightly tinted pinky base. Another one that I could see myself using up would be this rose gold glitter from Sally Hansen. This is the shade Shooting Star. I've used up quite a bit of this. And then as we talked about earlier, I've used up quite a bit of Cosmic Blue as well as Pink Aurora, both from that Sally Hansen line. So there are definitely areas here where I could make quite a bit of progress, but I love my toppers. They are beautiful. I really like how they let me play with nail polishes that I already own and spice them up, make them a little bit different, help me quell any desire to purchase yet more nail polish, which is always appreciated. So 115 is a lot. We're hopefully not going to go over 150 by the end of 2023. I'm hoping to achieve that through a mixture of, using some up and buying less. And, I think that'll do me well. Also, I'm filming this before I film any of my other inventory videos. I'm hopefully going to have this up before I film any of my other inventory videos. So if there is some slight change in the format that you think would be useful, or if you preferred that floral background I've used in the past to this white one, let me know and I will do my best to accommodate. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing and checking back for my other inventory videos. They should be going up over the next couple of weeks. Thanks again, you guys, and I hope I see you all next time. Bye!